Welcome back to another video. Quick one today. Out of the blue, just decided to chuck the gear in the car. Forgot a few things. But we're out shooting some rocks down here on the coast and with the infrared filter. Again, just trying it out, trying to see what I can do with it. And it looks pretty cool with crashing waves. Vertical format. And I've done a long exposure with the ND1000, the 32,000, and I've now got the infrared filter on, and the infrared filter looks pretty cool. The long exposures look pretty good as well, so just gonna try a few more things here. And then we've got a little waterfall just over here. You might not be able to see it. See if we can get you up. Just coming off the rocks, just here. There's a little waterfall, so I want to play with that, and these beautiful rocks around the coastline here this morning. So I'm going to hit that intro, and then we'll talk a little bit more.
Are too big. Can I get some comfort, please? I guess I should have been honest. It breaks in my heart. It's weighing me down, baby. I'm like a river that's overflowed. The sooner you know it, the less do we hurt. Let me speak the truth. Face it, you think it's too late, but I can see past the
Okay, so you can see our next shot here. This little waterfall running off the rocks here with the waves crashing in the background. I'm doing the infrared filter first because I already had that on. Now I'm shooting on the 100 to 400 because it left me 24 to 105 behind. I think I said to you I forgot a few things. Well, I did. And yeah, those first shots look pretty good, and I thought I'd just continue it and get a few more shots like this, and with those waves crashing, it's pretty awesome. Pretty darn cool. So yeah, the 720, I'm getting wet here. 720 IR filter from Kase is on the front. You're probably not going to be able to see what's in there. It's going to be super red. See if it'd come up a bit dark, so I need to go a little bit longer. I did a minute. I had to guess a minute. That was the only problem with the infrared filter I've found now is that I have to guesstimate my time. So what I'm using is the bulb timer, and I'll go up to 1:30. I think I did 1 minute then. It is pretty dark, so you just got to make sure you give yourself enough time. And we're off again, and saturated. Luckily I got my Danas on. Alright, focus again. Okay, as you see, a few clouds around behind me, but it's a ridiculously bright day, so not much I can do about it. Just looking for a little bit of fun, and this rock here is probably something I'm going to look at, be the third one I look at, and just some long exposure stuff. That always tends to work well if you've got a bright day, long exposure, and playing with that, giving yourself plenty of time, and then getting some movement by using that long exposure filter. I've found gets that story back into the picture. If it's just bright and blue, it sort of sometimes tend to be sort of really flat and a little bit yuck, I guess. So yeah, that's what I sort of tend to do. So you got Winston there doing his job, keeping me safe, and we're down to 50 seconds. So 52 seconds we've done of a minute and 30. So that's what we're doing. So I'll talk to you a little bit more once this is done. I've got the 15 to 35 on now. Brings it down to 30 seconds, so it makes a big difference. Massive difference. So then I can do my bracket shots and stuff like that to make sure I get a good exposure. So pretty happy with how that comes. while I'm here, I'm just going to, again, I'll chuck those 32,000 NDs on and the ND 1000 on to give you, so I've got some examples of the different, what you can get out of the 3 different filters to give you a bit of an idea for a bright day. So just got the bulb timer on now for 422. Use the Nisi filter app, 32,000 ND filter. I plug in the 125 shutter speed, which I'd set up before I put the filter on. That then tells me I need 4 minutes 22. Plug that into a bulb timer and then just kick back, relax. I can use my phone, which I never used to be able to do, to film and do whatever else I want to do. Look at this beautiful scenery around the coast of Queensland. How good is that? Clouds behind us. But apart from the beautiful waves crashing, a little bit of cloud in the horizon, but not much else. So yeah, pretty blue, blown out as per normal. So that's when I like to come and do this long exposure stuff. Always gives you another option to play with. And with an infrared filter, like the photos looking really smicko in here, so probably more excited than last week's photos because you got that action in there with the waves crashing, and that sort of really highlights in the infrared. Rightio, so here's a little bit of video. Just to show you, I just wanted to show you what you can sort of see in the screen on the infrared filter, so you can sort of see what you get. Hope we get some waves crashing, it'll bring a bit of white into the picture. But you can sort of see up here, that little waterfall, and you can see when the waves crash, that big flashes of white are coming. So yeah, pretty darn cool, I think. Obviously pretty dark, just off the video camera, and you've got to go 30-second exposure on your with the 15 to 35 2.8 lens, I can go 30 seconds. With the 100 to 400, I had to go like minute 45 to get the exposure correct. So it is a pretty dark filter, so you just got to be aware of that. But I thought this might be just a bit of a video example of what the infrared does look like. I've got a big wave coming now, so hopefully that'll crash and show you a little bit of flashes of white and colour and see what you sort of get. That looks pretty cool. It washes all the way down and you get that flush of white colour coming through the scene, so very, very cool. So the beach is pretty handy for the infrared, not only just out in the bush, but when you get a bright blue day out in the sun, definitely give it a crack.
Let's make up a big bonfire on the beach with the stars as our lighters, and throw our problems in the flame. Throw our problems in the flame. We fell down to the bottom, so bottom up please. We're gonna get over this. I see the smoke in the mirrors, I'm holding the key, one step away from salvation. You're like the ocean, setting me free. Out in the open, I'm picking up speed. No bad thoughts penetrate. Hold me like this is the first time.
So here we are again, last and final shot. Now, doesn't seem like a lot, but there's a lot of colour in this scene. Wow, that was pretty cool. We're shooting now on the 32 ND, or ND 32,000. So 4 minutes 22 seconds again, using that bulb timer. And you can see just here in that foreground this colour. That looks really cool, and it's got a nice contrast to the yellow of the rest of the rocks, and then the waves coming through, so it should come up pretty good. Especially that sort of water comes through, it sort of gets that mist as well. So I've done the ND 1000, I'm doing the 32,000, and then I will chuck again, just for a good example, that infrared filter from Kase, to give you an idea of what that infrared can do at a beach scene when it's blown out and ridiculously bright, not blight. But for normal people, beautiful day. For a photographer, it's really tricky, but you can do it. And I think from the photos you've seen in this video, hopefully you'll have something nice to look at. Righto, we're done and dusted here. I'm just finishing up shooting here. Hope you enjoyed the photos. Good example, blown out day. You can go and get some good photos with those ND filters and also that infrared filter. That's worked out a little bit of a trick up the sleeve. So hope you enjoyed those. Hope you get some good examples out of that. and I will see you on the next video. Stay safe if you haven't already. Subscribe, like, and all that fun YouTube stuff. And I will see you on the next video. All right, stay safe. Peace.
Leaving this incomplete. Won't you let